good afternoon, good evening, wherever you may find yourself. And I welcome you to Alpha Awakening and Empowerment. We come your way every Tuesday and Thursday at 7 p.m. Ghanaian time, right here on Akwento 4 Radio. The main purpose of the program is to grow our souls together. Today, we have a very lovely lady by name Sister Abigail and Safwa Isel with the topic, Overcome Your Success Barriers. Wow, we all want to be successful. I didn't know we had barriers to prevent us from succeeding or being successful. So, without wasting much time, let's link up with her and look more about her topic. Hello, Abigail.
Hello.
Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
It's been a while. How have you been?
Oh, I'm in great.
So what kept you away from us?
It was just allowing other people to also have the platform to also share what they also have to offer.
Beautiful. Have you had any barriers preventing any barriers or certain things preventing you from being successful?
Yes, well, that's my topic. So once I delve into it, Pardon?
I want to know the motivation for it. That's why I asked that. Have you experienced that yourself?
Oh yes, we all experience. We've all gone through one or more of these barriers at certain points in our lives. So definitely, I've experienced it for myself.
Great. Back to you. So we want to learn from you how you overcame methods, how we can also learn from your experience.
Okay. So I welcome you all to Ethereum Mission, the Church for Spiritual Empowerment. I am your speaker for today, and my name is Abigail and Safwa Isel. So here in Ethereum Mission, our vision is that of a unified world in which everyone is a catalyst that is activating and promoting the innate good in one another. So imagine a world in which the good in you seeks to promote the good in me, and the good in me equally also seeks to promote the good in you. And that is the vision of Ethereum Mission. Now, Ethereum Mission is in Ghana, is located on the General Ampara High Street, next to the World Filling Station at Sakamana. The telephone number is, or our telephone numbers are 0264 177 633 or 0548 177 633. Now, these are also our WhatsApp numbers, so if you want to make any contributions to support the good that we believe in and you equally believe in, these are also our WhatsApp numbers that you can contact us on. And you can also get your weekly lessons, our daily lessons, once you contact us on these numbers. And also in Ghana, we are also located at the TapTap branch at the Day Street in the Anaji Estate. And the telephone number is 0561 166 330. Also, if you are in Kumasi, you are welcome to fellowship with us at the Deba Court Hotel behind Dr. Badu in Adiambra. And the contact number is 0561 166 331. Now, if you are in the UK, we also have a branch at the 58 Grange Park Avenue, Mitcham, Surrey, and the postcode is CR4 2DG. And the telephone number is 020-864-66129. God bless you. So we go right into my topic. My teaching for today is titled, Overcome Your Success Barriers. Overcome Your Success Barriers. So now everyone, if you think about it, everyone, whether you're a child or you're an adult, there's this inner drive in you that wants to succeed. In fact, I don't think anyone wants to fail at anything they do. Because right from childhood, even before coming out from the birth canal through your mom's womb, you pushed through till you came out successfully. You came out and you crawled, you tried to walk, you fell down so many times, but you kept pushing countless times, all because you wanted to succeed. And then finally you succeeded and you walked. So this shows that even right from infancy, right as babies, there's this inner drive in us that seeks to succeed. And that's where success is generally being described as the inner drive that we tend to have towards accomplishing a goal. But as we grow up, right, we end up mounting barriers consciously and or unconsciously. And these barriers block our success in every area of our life. Now, a barrier is pretty much anything that prevents or obstructs your progress or you from moving from one stage to the next. So some of the barriers that I'm referencing here is the barrier of mistakes and regrets. Mistakes and regrets. Now, when I say regrets or mistake, when I consider mistake or regret as a barrier, I'm trying to say that there are some people that have allowed some mistakes and some regrets that they have had in the past or they have committed in the past to become a death trap for them. Now they simply block themselves from experiencing these new opportunities. So an example could be that a young girl in school gets pregnant, and then you notice that after a time she simply drowns herself in that situation because her friends are probably teasing her, the society is making fun of her, and she feels so much regret, and she feels like even getting pregnant was a mistake. And then she simply fails to, you notice that she simply just shuts down and she even fails to continue her education. Now in such a situation, this young girl or people that find themselves have created certain barriers to their success, because right from at that point they feel like they need to withdraw from society, and all they do is just drown themselves in the mistakes or in the regrets of the situation. Now another barrier is the barrier of our mindsets, the way we think. Others have very interesting worldviews which makes it difficult for them to even push to be successful in any area of their life. Just by the way some people think, they just block themselves from even being successful. Now some of these worldviews end up creating fear in the minds of people, where some are even afraid to even succeed. So you find that some of these views are actually backed by the wrong interpretation of the verse in the Bible, that's 1 Timothy 6:10, which says that for the love of money is the root of all kinds of evils. By craving it, some have wandered away from the faith and pierced themselves with sorrows. Now this verse surprisingly has been translated as money being evil, when in actual sense, it is not money that is evil, but it is a craving for it that pushes people to go to the extreme or to get involved in activities that do not promote their own good and to use this money that they acquire for wrong reasons. Now another barrier that I'll talk about is a barrier where people have unprogressive attitude. Your unprogressive attitude could be a barrier for you to succeed. Now you notice that some people tend to lack discipline. They are lazy, they have self-doubt. Now all this kind of attitudes that people have picked up tends to hinder them from becoming successful. Because you cannot be successful if you are lazy, if you have doubts about yourself, and if you lack the discipline to even stick to the activities that you intend to pursue to make you successful. Some people just don't want to put in any work pretty much. They just want to experience the success. They just want things to just be at their disposal at their convenient times. So now there are lots of barriers, but for today's teaching, I'll just focus on these three. So these and many more barriers that we have prevent us from experiencing the very best that we can be, and it stops us from progressing in life. So it is therefore necessary for us to address these barriers and identify ways that we can overcome and translate them into success. So I talk about success. Now, usually when we even speak about success, you find that many people tend to associate success. They primarily associate success with either material wealth, power, or fame. Now, these three factors have become a major success measure to many, and that is what most people work towards achieving. So for those that consider material wealth or associate success with material wealth, you find that they work towards achieving that. Now, there's a saying that money won't buy you happiness, right? But unfortunately, we find ourselves in an environment, in a community, in an era where the amount of money that an individual makes is equally attributed to how successful the person is. So you find that most employees, most entrepreneurs, they tend to allow the money or the salary that they get to drive their self-worth, which means that to them, no money means that they have failed as an individual. Money is what defines their success. Success in the society has been defined by one's ability to buy several cars, one's ability to buy a house or many houses, one's ability to travel across the world, and that's what the society usually tends to associate success with. Now, focusing on just acquiring material wealth or money as a metric to success is sure to bring you a constant feeling of low self-worth, and that is a huge barrier to you experiencing true success. Now, for those that also associate success with power, you notice that they also work towards being in power, because them being in power means I am successful. Now, they tend to think that, some of them tend to think that their ability to rule over others, mostly due to their recognizable position wherever they are, whether be it in the office, be it in their workplaces, their church, wherever it is, it makes them successful due to that position. So to them, being successful means having the power or the authority to command someone to do something, and then the person just does it without hesitation. We find that such individuals are mostly boastful, and they are proud due to the influence, due to their perspective of their influence on the society. But the question really is your ability to rule over others which is wrongly regarded as power and regarded as having power make you successful? Is your ability to rule over others, which is what is wrongly regarded as power, is that what makes you really successful? Or rather, it's your ability to express your God essence when you are faced with challenges and you respect all of life? Is that what would you call success in this instance? Because power should put you in a position where you are able to face whatever success and challenges that you are in without having to step on other people's toes or make other people feel worthless. And so that's for power and that's for money. Now there's another group that also think that they usually associate success with fame, and so they also work towards achieving fame. Now when we talk about fame, right, we are really talking about your widespread reputation across a large group of people. But the question is that the number of people you know determine how successful you are. You find most people wanting to be celebrities because to them that is what success is. For me to be a celebrity. But is that really what success is? We also find that there are some pastors who consider that they are successful by the huge number of followers that they have. However, is that also true success? The question even is, what is even the teaching behind them that is drawing other people, that huge crowd onto them? The teaching in itself, whether it's empowering them or whether it is putting them in fear, would even question whether having the large numbers in itself is success. So certainly, it's not your popularity that would make you feel like you are successful. So then, what is this true success that I'm going on and on about? What really is this success? Now, despite all that I said about people equating success to money, to power, to fame, despite me saying all that, now the right application and expression of these factors, however, could be contributing factors to you determining or you positioning yourself and saying you're successful. But it is not in its isolated form or in itself complete or true success. Now, every human, we all have 5 areas. We have our social lives, dealing with our relationships with people, our spiritual life, dealing with our connection with God, our psychological life, dealing with the kind of mindset that we even have, our physical lives, dealing with our bodies, and our financial life, dealing with the wealth, like our money. So success or a successful person is not someone who has all the wealth and the money. Neither is it someone who has the right relationships. Neither is it someone who has all the fame that they think they have. A successful person, or we say success, someone is successful when a person is able to flourish across all these 5 areas that I've mentioned. Across all these 5 areas, when we are able to find that balance across all these 5 areas of your life, that is what true success is. So it doesn't make sense for you to be flourishing in maybe your physical life and then you be deteriorating in your financial life. You focusing so much on flourishing your physical life and then you leave your spiritual or you leave the other areas of your life. You need to find that balance. But however, success in all these areas are also nothing. Success in also all these areas, even though you might find the balance and all, it's also nothing except when you are able to use that success that you have achieved across all these 5 areas to create a positive impact and to grow your soul. So you cannot achieve all this success without having to create a positive impact with it or positioning yourself so that you are growing who you are as spirit. Hence, scripture would say or read in Matthew 16:26 that what will it profit a man if he gains the whole world and yet forfeits his soul? Or what can a man give in exchange for his soul? So in other words, true success is defined or measured on how you work towards finding that balance across all the 5 areas of your life, which is all geared or which is all directed towards the evolution of your soul. And it is how you express it to outlive it, and it's how you express it which will outlive you even after your death. That is what you redetermine, or that is what I am explaining or defining as true success. That your success should even have a positive impact, even so after your death, you still created that positive impact in life. So then, how do we overcome these barriers that prevent us from being successful? How do we go around these barriers? So the first will be to embrace the mistakes of the past. Embrace the mistakes of the past. You know, like we've all failed, one way or the other. We've all failed in our lives. It could be that you failed, you set up a business and you failed, you wrote an examination and you failed, you entered into a relationship and you failed. We've all failed at some point in our lives. But you know, most of the greatest inventions that we are using and enjoying today were as a result of several pounds of failures. Thomas Edison, for example, made several mistakes and failed for over 1,000 times before the light bulb was actually invented. So you see, it's not the number of times that you fail that matter, but it's the fact that you are embracing that, okay, so I did something wrong. What could I have possibly done to correct this wrong? So failing at something does not and should not make you a failure. Failing at something does not make you a failure at all. It only means that you've been given another opportunity to explore a different and possibly better option of getting something done. So as such, we need to embrace our failures. If we want to overcome our success barriers, we need to embrace our failures. We need to learn to embrace the mistakes and not dwell so much on them. Because remember that the more you dwell on it, the more you focus on that failure, the more you invite opportunities, right, where you will fail. Because the truth is, whatever your mind focuses back with a passion or back with a lot of emotion, it attracts that. So your failure at something should not define who you are. Your failure at something should not define who you are. Neither should it be the basis for you to consider yourself as a failure. How you act, how you react, or how you respond to that failure is really what matters. So you need to respond to that failure by recognizing it as an opportunity to be more. Appreciate the failure and see it as, yeah, you failed, so what? You pick yourself up, learn from it, dash yourself off, and you move on. Because it's of no sense for you to just drown in that and just wallow in that failure. So embrace your mistakes, embrace your failures, learn from them, and move on. So that is one way we can overcome these barriers. Now another way we can also overcome our barriers, our success barriers, will be for us to surround ourselves with the people that have the right mindset. Now this is very, very important. The need for you to surround yourself with people that have the right mindset. To overcome your success barriers, it requires you to be mindful of the people that you associate closely with. You need to avoid surrounding yourself with people who are unsuccessful and have no plans or determination to become successful. There are people like that. You need to avoid having or finding yourself or creating groups of people that are unsuccessful and have no plans of becoming successful too. I mean, when you see such people, no one even needs to tell you that this person has no plans of becoming successful, even by their actions, by the way they even act, by the way they spend their whole day watching footballs or playing video games or watching soap operas and all. You don't know. But you need to avoid such people, because such people usually have a very poor belief system. And it's that belief system that blocks them from achieving their greatness. So, because they have failed several times, but they've tried and they failed several times and they've given up at a certain point, they do not even believe in themselves anymore. They do not even think it possible for them to even succeed anymore. So they would, if you are to associate yourself with such people, they will most likely influence your mindset into thinking same. Because you might want to enter into a venture, or you might want to take an initiative and they will tell you, oh, I've done this, it didn't work. I've done that, it didn't work. I tried it all, it didn't work. That is the kind of people that you should avoid being with, because such people do not promote or do not advance you towards achieving your success. They only create barriers for you. Because not believing in yourself alone, right, and your ability to succeed will even make you faster than you even imagined. So imagine if you have people that don't even believe in themselves, let alone believe in you. You need to avoid such people. Because there's an old saying that says that you can't soar like an eagle if you are surrounded by a bunch of turkeys. You can't go high up in the ladder of prosperity or success when you have people that are still seeking to crawl or walk on the ground. So you need to be mindful of the kind of people that you associate yourself with. Now, when you mix with such unprogressive, unsuccessful, and lazy people, you notice that most of your conversations are either you are gossiping about someone, you are blaming someone for a failed opportunity, you are finding problems, and you just simply continue to make excuses to remain unsuccessful. So you really need to check the environment you find yourself. You need to check your friends you find yourself with. You need to check how they even think and begin to if it's necessary for you to even draw yourself away from them, you need to draw yourself away from them and begin to associate or find people that are success driven, right? So that's for you being conscious of the people around you. So another way we can overcome our barriers. Now I kept this as the last one because it's a major one that once you're able to do this, or once you're able to set yourself in place with, you'll be able to easily overcome your barriers. And what you need to do is for you to stop daydreaming, set goals, and take action. Enough of the daydreaming, set goals, and start taking action. Now, overcoming success barriers requires that you take action, regardless of whatever it is that you are doing to overcome your barrier, whether it is you avoiding your friends or you believing in yourself. It still needs you to take action. It still needs your input. You still need to act based on what you have decided to do. Because you cannot succeed by defining or establishing a plan and saying, I am going to achieve A, B, C, D, and do not work towards the achievement of the plan. The plan would look nice on paper, it is nicely drawn and all of that, but then you'll be folding your arms staring at the plan. That is not how to overcome your success barriers, and that is certainly not how to become a successful person, because great success comes with great efforts. Now it is good, right? It is really good to visualize and daydream and see you as a successful person. If you were to be successful, how would your life be like? It is good to do all that. But it is useless when it becomes all talk with no action. You can't daydream all day and not take any action. Having a goal is great, and it is important to have a good plan. However, if you are not acting on your plan, it is as good as you having no plan at all. In fact, the failure to take action is one of the biggest obstacles that prevent people from succeeding in life. Because saying that you want to be successful is different from you actually doing it. So don't just talk, don't just dream, but walk your talk. Put action into what you want to see your life 5 years from now, 1 year from now. Take the right steps. Don't just fold your arms and expect that from nowhere you start experiencing the success. That's not how it works. You have to put in action. You have to work towards it, and it comes with a great effort. Now with all that has been said, the major ingredient that is needed for you to overcome these barriers is for you to have a strong will. And now that's a major ingredient towards all of the ways to overcome your barriers. Because without a strong will, you might not even be moved to even take the action. So it is necessary that you have a strong will, because without a strong will, you could have a great plan. You could be surrounded with the richest of people that have a mind of success. You could have all of that, but if you don't have that will, that inner drive to succeed, you will still remain unsuccessful. Having a strong will to succeed at whatever you do, you need to set things into motion. You need to set things into motion. Having a strong will is pretty much that driving motivation that you need to overcome your barriers. So knowing that is the major driving motivation for you to overcome your barriers, I would introduce you to one of Athena Mission's spiritual and technology tools, which we call decision processing. Now, what decision processing does is that it positions you to have that strong will to take the action. And like I said, once you have that strong will, you are pushed to take that necessary action. And those actions could be you avoiding people that are not success-minded. So decision processing is a very simple two-step process. You just simply need to relax, be comfortable, be seated, you could be on your bed, wherever you find yourself, just the first step will just be to make a decision to do something. You just have to tell yourself that I want to get this done. I want to get this done. So if it is about you wanting to experience God, or you wanting to experience God, you say, I want to experience God. And then you find out what you need to do that. So let's say that would mean that if you want to, the bigger picture is for you to experience God. But for you to experience God, that means you need to dedicate some amount of time to prayer and you communicating with God. So let's say I want to pray. An example could be I want to pray at 11 a.m., at 11 p.m. every day. So you make that decision. I want to pray at 11 a.m. every day. And then you tell yourself, do it. The next step is just tell yourself, do it. Now, when you say that do it, it's like they are commanding you to move. It works so marvelously well that if you have to try it, you notice that there's that inner voice and there's that inner push that will instantly just push you to rise up. You could even start small. You could have a phone on your table, or by you say, make a decision to take the phone. So you take the phone. I want to take this phone. And then the next step you say is do it. And then you just pick up the phone. So you can start small, gradually practicing with things around you. Then you can move to having set things for yourself that you want to achieve. Now it comes with practice. Everything comes with practice. So the more you practice, the more you get conversant with it, and the more you realize that you have this strong will. Anytime you decide to do something, you find yourself doing it. Because that is the major barrier that people tend to have encountered, which prevents them from experiencing success. And so once you're able to do all of this, once you're able to go through all overcoming your barriers, you're able to fully express your God capabilities. Right? Your activities towards success become focused on creating that positive impact in the lives of many. You are also not limited by your circumstances, and you take both steps that is needed for you to attain success. And because your mind is focused on becoming successful, life always and certainly will provide you with opportunities that will support your highest good. So just to summarize it all, I'll say that these are many more. The list is very exhaustive, but these and many more will be achieved, right? Where you are success-driven and you are able to take action. Once you are able to overcome all these barriers, once you embrace your mistakes and all that I've shared. But you need to also realize that success is not achieved in a day. It takes time, it takes effort. So you need to simply be patient and work towards achieving it. And it comes with hard work and it comes with dedication. And with this, it will surely be realized. So it is for this that I invite you today to take a step or a journey to overcome your success barriers. Thank you for listening, and God bless you.
God bless you. Call us on 0013156364063 if you are in the US. I repeat, 0013156364063. And if you're outside of the UK, you can get us on 004402081448180. 004402081448180. And our sister is ever ready to answer your questions. This topic is really beautiful. I kept writing notes such as embrace your failures, surround yourself with success-minded people, walk your talk, and many more. So, Abigail, my question to you is that from your personal experience, I mean, we are all striving to be successful in our lives. What was the barrier? What was actually the thing you wanted to have? What was the barrier and how did you overcome it?
Well, I think for me, the major barrier I would say would probably be laziness. Sometimes I want to wake up and pray. That is what I really want. I wanted to have a consistent time where I'm always waking up to pray. So I set alarm clocks several times. And then sometimes the weather gets so great that I tell myself, oh, 5 minutes more, 5 minutes more. Right? So that was the major, for me, it was my attitude towards success, laziness. But eventually, what I used or what I'm still using is a decision processing. So I set my alarm, and I think I've been doing it for a period of time, and that's how come I kept saying that you have to keep practicing. I've been doing it for a period of time, so that now when it's time, I just hear something like get up or wake up, and I'm up. And it's like sometimes I don't even know why I'm up, and then I check my phone and I notice that, oh, we are within 11 and 12. So I think that would be, if I'm to give an example, a simple example that I can give.
Great. In your own way, do you think it's a form of learning, classical conditioning, that psychologists will say that you have paired the time with the alarm? For example, yes, you have been doing it consistently for some time. It gets to a point that you have paired unconsciously, you have paired the time with the alarm. And so that is it, but not necessarily you taking the bold decision to wake up. Would you say that?
Well, sometimes I don't know if my alarm doesn't even go off, because sometimes it's just within that time and I'm up. But then whether I have paired my mind to it or not, I think once you're able to act on whatever it is you want to do, and that is the main goal, or that's the big picture that we are all trying to get, to be able to decide to do something and do it. So that's what I'll say, regardless of whether they want to say it's tired, regardless of that, once I'm taking the action, I think that is satisfactory enough for me. So.
Yeah, I agree. Because of course, though you wake up, you can still decide that I'm awake, but I will not pray. So it's still your will to do it. Certainly. You, in your delivery, you mentioned that success, we have 5 areas of our lives: social, spiritual, financial, physical, psychological. So to be successful means you should be balanced, or you should flourish in all these areas. Am I right?
Yes, but then I also said that in as much as you are finding that balance within all these areas, they should all be geared towards you becoming more of yourself, towards you having an impact. Because like we all know, or we understand, life is a learning experience. We are all here to become more of ourselves. So there's no point in you being financially successful when you're not creating any impact. Neither is it beneficial if you have the right sort of mind and you're not drawing people to also experience that kind of thinking that you have. So it should all be geared towards you becoming more of yourself, finding that balance and using all of those resources to create an impact so that it grows who you are.
Beautiful. You also indicated that, I mean, society, we have our own definition of being successful or success. But from your definition, it means that some people that society may say they are successful may not necessarily be, because they are not making impact, or, for example, they are succeeding financially, but socially they are not able to relate well with people, etc. You wouldn't say they are successful, would you?
Well, what will be the point in making all the money in the world when you don't have? You see, when we talk about relationship, it's not just about they having one-on-one or you saying that you have a particular friend. Socially, if you have money, you could still interact with people through donations, because now we have philanthropists that some of them are not even married, but they are still relating with with their social environment. So it's not really about the need for you to have just that one person. That's not really what the social is all about.
Yes, I agree. What I meant is that, for example, you may be financially successful, okay? and socially, not necessarily being married, but interacting with people, your relationship with others, your colleagues at work, your family, and all that is poor. But apart from being successful, maybe you are spiritual. Some other areas are balanced, but others are not. But from your definition, it means that if you are not flourishing or you are not balanced in all the 5 areas, you wouldn't consider the person as being successful, would you?
Not in its entirety, because, for example, let me see if I can give an example. I think I can still use the philanthropy thing I was talking about. You have to use, let's say you are financially sound. There's no way you be financially sound and not take care of yourself. I mean, you find that people are financially, the thing is that once you are sound in one area, you notice that it's having a replicating effect on the other areas. So it's not as though your social life is different from your spiritual life. They are all interlinked. So success in one area could have an effect, a rippling effect on the other areas of your life.
Certainly. I'm sure you would agree with me. Practically in life, you find some successful people being very rude. They feel they have the money, and so they look down on others. They do not even want to relate with some people. They just, of course, you have to surround yourself with good people. Because there's this saying that birds of the same feathers flock together, etc. I mean, you should get business-minded or successfully minded people around you. Of course, that doesn't necessarily mean that you should look down on others. Okay, but you would agree with me to an extent that success makes some people very rude, or it changes people. They feel they have the power. They are rather looking down on people. And I'm happy your definition of the power. I think society, we do not understand what power is. People think power is controlling others because of their success or their financial abundance. I mean, their finances, they think they are good to go, and so they look down on others, and they just misbehave. Do you think success in a way becomes a curse or something bad to people or to society?
It's really how you use it, and that's how come I even said that all the success that you have, there won't be nothing if you are not growing who you are, or if it's not having a positive impact on society. So that's where it comes in, the positive impact. It's your attitude creating that positive impact that you are supposed to be creating in the society. If not, then certainly that is not success in itself. Success in itself is supposed to create that positive impact. It's supposed to make you become a better person. Start that even after your death, your good bills or your good deeds are always being remembered.
Someone is asking, anonymous. He says, "Can one be a victim of their own success?"
Where victim means,
Sorry?
where victim means, what is he trying to ask? Can one be a victim of their own success in terms of what? I don't really get the question.
Actually, that was what the person says. That if I understand what the person means, you know, some people success really, what I say, creates problems for others. It rather becomes a problem for others. Do you agree that success can be a hindrance or a problem to others? For example, I know Ethereans have a particular way of doing things. So because you are chasing money all the time, it may be a hindrance to you attending church service, or maybe going for crystal service, or meeting for, group meetings, etc. Because you are chasing money. So will you be a victim of your own success? I don't know whether you get the picture now.
Sure, I get the picture. I think maybe the word victim that is being used is what is making me not understand.
Okay, so can you clarify for us? Hello?
Hello? Yes. Please come again.
So can you clarify for us? Do you think the person can be a victim of their own success, as in success being a hindrance to other things in the person's life, other things that may improve the person's life?
Can success be a hindrance to other things? Maybe you should rephrase the question well, because I'm not really sure. Do you mean the activities that you are embarking on to become successful, or?
Okay, so I was of the view that concerning the question the person asked, I'm just trying to understand from the person's perspective. And I did give an example that, for example, if you are an Ethereum, okay, say you are a mystic may have to have some meeting on particular days, some particular times. And because you are chasing money all the time, you are just focused on your financial aspect. You are unable to attend meetings. You are unable to attend church service to grow your soul, etc. Of the area like of I mean, there are so many things you want to do, and your success, or for example, in this case, let me say finance, trying to save money, can it hinder you, or can it be a problem in your life?
I don't see where the problem is, truthfully. That's why maybe I don't understand the question. I don't see where the problem is. If, let's say, you want to achieve financial success, so maybe you have a church meeting or you have to attend church and you can't come, it's all about priority. I think it all boils down to priority. To you, is your spiritual life your priority, or is your financial life your priority? That would drive the final decision you make, whether as to chase after the money or come to church. So I don't know if that answers the question, because I'm not too clear on that. But I think with the example that you are given, it boils down to your priority. What is your priority?
Okay, let me. The person's question was that, can one be a victim of their own success? Okay, and I was trying to let you know from the way I understood it. You mentioned that success is flourishing in all the areas of your life. So if I understand what the person means, the person is trying to find out where, like, for example, success mostly in our daily lives, we focus it on money. Can that prevent you, or can it be a hindrance to other areas of your life? Anyway, the person has clarified it. Let me read. The person says, and I quote, former Tottenham manager was sacked a few weeks ago for a poor current performance. Although he took the team to Champions League final last season. If he had not performed that good last season, wouldn't he might have kept his job even with the current poor performance?
I'm sorry, but I don't think I understand this question. So maybe if you could move on to the next question, because I don't really get the question the person is trying to ask. So if you could move on to the next question, and maybe if the person clarifies further, I'll be able to assist with the response.
Okay. What are some of the benefits of being successful, apart from making impact in society? Like your personal, yourself, I mean, personally, what are some of the benefits for you to be successful?
Yeah, you become an inspiration to others. Apart from you creating the impact, I mean, you being an inspiration, I'll say is a major thing, because then everyone wants to get to where you've gotten to. So people want to even associate themselves with you. They want to get to know you. They want to get to understand what you do. They even want to support in the good that you are embarking on. So yes, I think you become an inspiration to others, a benefit of you being successful.
Great. So, are you on next week, Tuesday? Hello.
Hello?
Will you be on this Tuesday, coming Tuesday?
Yes, I will.
Oh, okay. That's beautiful. Let's acknowledge some of our viewers on Facebook. We have Don Makwali. He says attitudes, laziness, doubt, belief. Those are the success barriers. We have Benjamin Hope. Your attitude determines your altitude. Do you agree that your attitude determines your altitude?
Yes, I do.
Can you elaborate on it? Why do you think so? I know that we have people that they have bad attitudes towards others. For example, their relationship with friends. Okay, they can be very mean, they neglect others, but they are very successful in terms of finances. And you know, Bible says that money answers all things. So, with this, do you agree to the saying that your attitude determines your altitude?
I do because there are some people, you see, you could start small. Now you find that those people, maybe they're already born into riches, but if you are starting small, how humble are you even in life or wherever you find yourself in? If you are not humble, I've encountered people that were supposed to have been given promotions in their jobs, but because of their attitudes, they are still where they are. They haven't moved on, and I don't know if there are plans of them moving on as well. But certainly, your attitude towards work, your attitude towards people, how you relate to people, how you respect other people, could really affect how far and how fast you get to where you want to get to. Because if you meet someone and then you are rude to the person, you don't know where you meet the person. It's a very small world, right? You might meet the person, the next time you meet the person might be in an interview room, and it would have been the person that you might insulted or being rude to. And in that moment, you just lost an opportunity that could have probably transformed your life. So yes, your attitude really goes a long way to affect how high you go and how fast you get to that level.
Certainly, I agree to a large extent. The leader and founder of Ethereum Mission, Brother Ishmael Tete, I feel he got the question. He says, and I presume that is the answer to the question. Yes, people can be stifled by their worth to the neglect of their health or be chasing money and not being available to enjoy it. He understood the question, and that is the answer. Great. Can you round up for us with, in a sentence or two, what you are leaving with us this night?
Okay, so just to wrap it all up, it's just about re-identifying what really blocks us or what really prevents us from experiencing success. Is it your attitude of laziness? Is it the fact that you are drowning yourself in a mistake that happened over years ago? You need to first of all, identify all these barriers and find ways, positive ways where you can outgrow these barriers. If you find yourself in a situation where you feel it's difficult, Ethereum Mission is always welcome to talk to you, to teach you how to easily overcome all these barriers, because we have a lot of tools, we have a lot of people that are ever willing to support you towards success. We even have programs that are directed towards getting its members to achieve success. So if you are really interested in overcoming more of your barriers that you think you are struggling with, Ethereum Mission is the place to be. And that's why I welcome you to Ethereum Mission once again, the Church for Spiritual Empowerment. And our vision is that of a unified world where everyone is a catalyst that is activating and promoting the inner good in one another. So imagine a world in which the good you are is promoting the good in me, and the good in me is equally seeking to express forth the good that is in you. And that is the world, and that is the world that Ethereum Mission wants or seeks to create. Ethereum Mission is located on the General Accra High Street next to the Guelph filling station at Sakaman, Accra. And the phone numbers are 0264 177 633, or you can reach us on 0548 177 633. These are also our WhatsApp numbers. So if you also want to make a contribution, believe in the good that a clear mission stands for and is seeking to promote, these are all numbers that you can contact us through, and you can make your donations. We are ever welcome to make your donations. We also have a branch in Takaje. If you're in Takaje, we have a branch at the Day Street in Anaji Estate, and you can call or text 0561 166 330. Also, if you are in Kumasi, you are welcome to fellowship with us at the Deba Court Hotel behind Dr. Badri in Adiembra. The phone number also is 0561 166 331. And if you're in the UK, we also have another branch in the UK at the 58 Orange Park Avenue, Mecham, Surrey. And the postcode is CR4 2DG. And the phone number is 020 86466 God bless you, and thank you all for listening once again.
Thank you. We appreciate that. It has been a very wonderful topic. Anonymous says, I should tell you he loves you. Oh, well, he says, I should tell you. Papa Smiley says, I should tell you he loves you. That's just by the way. Thank you very much. Enjoy the evening. Bye. It has been a very wonderful topic. Anonymous says, I should tell you he loves you. Oh, well, he says, I should tell you. Papa Smiley says, I should tell you he loves you. That's just by the way.
Hey,
thank you very much. Enjoy the evening. Bye.
Father, Mother God, lift my vision beyond duality and seeming opposites to that sacred vision of your one and indivisible self. Oh God, grant me the blessed vision that sees only your divine presence in and through all of life. You are the only power without opposite. There is nothing else besides you. You encompass the earth, the solar and other starry systems and galaxies. You alone are God. To you I surrender always, and from you I draw my power. So now, my spirit rises with the spirit of life, and the sound of my voice echoes in the hearts of all men.